13.
We can win it.
Orlando needs a 3 to win. Chicago needs a pair to win.
Back it up!
The big defense being put on now. Sean, studying. This is a missed shot now could mean the season. A make shot now could mean the season as well. HIRAM loses track of his player. Billy for the game. No. Batted around and taken by Brent. Brent has the ball. A three would send his team to the NKAA finals.
What the NKAA lacked in talent, we made up for in storylines and personalities. Arch rivals Brent and Billy, Orlando and Chicago. Wouldn't you just know it? Playoffs. Game 3. Series tied 1-1.
Keep playing.
Hardaway. A 3 would make the game. He stops. He fakes. He does around for the game.
The game we'd always talk about, even years after the league had died. Brent versus Billy, Orlando versus Chicago. Game 3 of the playoffs. But before I show you how that ended, we should probably go back and show you how we got here.
It's pretty tough. Got some potential I gotta worry about.
Tapped it out with your hands, baby.
He's out of you.
I tapped it out with your hands.
I had to run to tip it.
Dunk this.
I ain't no cheating. I ain't gonna get it.
I'm gonna dunk this one. I'm telling you. Dunk this.
The Orlando Arena, the spot, even though the crowd really isn't here yet, a couple people have started. We're about an hour's away from tip-off here. I'm Frank Gifford, I'm Al Michaels, joined side by side. Frank Gifford, John Madden here, just signed the contract. John, how do you feel to be here at NBC?
We see a good team are these Orlando and Chicago. They see who's gonna go to the last game on this season.
Who's gonna face Miami in the finals? Is it gonna be Chicago or is it gonna be Orlando? Brent Hardaway, he'll probably be here a little later on.
Great.
His plane was a little delayed.
I'm gonna have to give it to Orlando in this series. 2 games and
A sweep. He predicts a sweep. I don't know so well about that. I think someone's gonna win this series 2-1. It will be an extremely close series, that's for sure. John Madden, Frank Gifford, I'm Al Michaels. This is the ABC pregame show. We're gonna send it down to O.J. Simpson, who is standing by right now, with the Chicago Bulls' own Sean Jordan.
Wait, how do you feel about the fight in the game?
No comment, I'm in a hurry right now.
How do you feel about the flight in the? How did you feel about back to Al Michaels?
Thanks a lot, O.J. Simpson. Frank Gifford's off trying to get some interviews with those guys, but they're in a real hurry, as you could just tell O.J. couldn't get an interview. We're going to send it down now to Frank Gifford. He's standing by with Billy Pippin. Frank, are you there?
Yes.
All right, we're going to send it down to Frank Gifford right now.
What? Hello, and this is Billy Pippin. Billy, what do you feel about the game today?
So fine, I'm ready to play. No one's there.
All right, how was your last injury due to when you couldn't show up to the All-Star game? Is it feeling all right, your wrist?
Yes.
Okay. Well, your partner, this is the first time you've seen him in action, I think. How do you think he is so far?
Well, it's the second time I've seen him in action, so far so good. Hopefully we got a chance to play him or play the finals and don't get dominated. So.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Frank. We'll be right back on the ABC pregame show. I'm Al Michaels. We'll be right back.
As would happen in this league, when a team didn't show, they would get substitutes. Sometimes the subs were good, and sometimes they were bad. On this day, TJ and HIRAM were a great substitution for the Orlando Magic, and a bad substitution for the Chicago Bulls.
coming here, man.
Oh, Sean intercepted it. What? There's the conversation.
Push him out. Hey, push him out. Get out. What are you talking about?
Score 17-11. Game 1 ends. Orlando wins the game. 17-11. Game 2 coming up on ABC in Chicago. We'll see you then. So long from Orlando. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 about to start in Chicago.
Me and my friends really had a blast with this league.
This is John Madden. I'm along with Frank Gifford. I'm Al Michaels. Here on ABC, game number 2 about to come up in Chicago. Right now, we're on the flight here. This is the luxury box right now they put us in. We're on the flight. We're joined by the Chicago Bulls. Billy, Pippin, can you come over here a second?
I'm watching the footage of the NBA footage.
He's watching the game. Sean, can I get you over here a second?
Why?
We're flying in the luxury box right now. We're about half an hour away from landing in Chicago. Come here, Sean. How do you feel about returning back home to Chicago to have the... How do you feel about returning back to Chicago to have the...
This is the airport coming up, and Chicago's just 5 minutes away.
We're right about there. Do you feel good?
And thank you for flying Delta Chicago Bulls aircraft.
Airline flight attendant, could you get the light for us, please?
Yes.
No, the other one.
I'm sorry.
We're about to land, folks, here on ABC.
This is your captain speaking. I'm sorry. It's another 5 minutes away because it's snowing in Chicago.
Knowing.
I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
Now we're really joined by the whole Bulls.
We're all gonna die. Please take care of our decisions.
Shut up! Madden, do you have anything to ask Billy?
You think it's easy to block, man?
No, I don't block nothing. Like that piece of trash.
Billy, what about your attitude on the court? What is that? I think that's going to affect your game.
My attitude's changed on the court. I'm off the court, talking about trash every time. What?
You guys are down 1-0.
Doesn't mean nothing.
Doesn't mean nothing.
That's now. That's now.
Are you going to tell me you're coming back?
That's
2-0?
right.
You're
I'm
gonna
coming back.
saying we're gonna lose.
I'm ready.
You
I got no more comments. I got no more comments. You'll see you on the court.
Welcome to the 1994 NKAA playoffs in Chicago.
Brent was back, and although Jordan was still out, Danny had been pretty much an interchangeable substitute throughout the season for Orlando. So this was a real Chicago versus Orlando game, as you'll be able to tell. Brent and Orlando stormed out to an early lead, but things would get
Billy
interesting.
Pippin.
No comment.
What else?
No comment.
We got over there. We have Brent Hardaway. Brent, you missed the first game. I'm sure you just happen to be in it right now.
Oh yeah, man. It's a long layoff, and I'm trying to get back in the schemes of it. I'm surprised we're up, but I'm not at full percent, but I'm playing strong and we're leading, so I can't ask for more than that.
All right, 8-3 the score. Let's get to the second half.
And then, in the second half, things would get contentious.
I don't know.
Help!
That's a 3-second violation, son.
Yeah, I know. Out of bounds.
No, it ain't. No, it's in it. It's in it. He had a 3. That's 8-6. No! Rebound Jordan. He got it. 8-8. I ain't out of bounds yet, baby.
8-8 Chicago.
Yeah, I ain't no ability to get that little call there, see? Hey, man. What thought you gonna get that little call?
Showing the playoff. I think you guarded it.
Oh, whoa.
You right? Hey, you alright, man? You alright?
Oh, my!
Out.
Yeah,
Get out.
Hey! Let me be the one to do all that. Let me be the enforcer.
Representative.
Almost at me, man. The crowd's in your
good now.
We probably should have called this the rain game because the floor was very slippery.
I'm Al Michaels. You don't see this in the NBA, baby. Gridiron football. If we can get him to stand still for a second, you can see his pants very messed up.
Hey! Whose ball is it? Hold on.
He missed. He missed though.
Alright, we had the ball on out of bounds.
John Jordan missed it.
Hey,
No,
No.
hey.
just let him have it. Flat out have it.
Damn. Can we give Orlando the ball?
Orlando the ball.
No, because if Billy loses, you're going to be mad about it. I ain't going to be ticked off.
That's how I always feel when I go.
Hey, the batteries are going dead.
Billy, quick break. No. Cross can't get into it. Red Scars, and it's 12-8 Orlando. Get him back in.
Just stay in this way. Now, what's that push off with that left hand for?
Foul.
No basket.
I didn't call! I didn't call!
You stepped it out of bounds to
You
get
get
the ball out of
thrown out.
bounds.
HIRAM comes in.
You stepped out of bounds.
Superficial NCAA Division I call.
There was a lot of bickering in this game, and while we were all friends, there was still a very competitive rivalry going on here.
That board's out of
It
bounds.
was.
That's how I hit it off his hand. I hit it off his hand, so y'all talking about one call.
That's right.
I'm gonna give you a call, but I took it.
Oh, what I did?
I'm gonna give Billy, yeah, I'm gonna give Billy that. Yeah.
Ah, there.
I'm gonna give Billy that.
That's your, what you call it?
That's your gimme.
That's your makeup call.
That's your gimme, but time out. Next time I tap the ball out of bounds, this man comes in, he's in the bounds. No, because no, you saw somebody. He saw. He said, "Sorry,
I ain't seen nothing, so I can't call it.
okay, so no, they ball. I thought both of them jumped. Okay.
I ain't seen nothing, so I can't call it.
I don't want to be if Chicago wins by one, I don't want to be the scapegoat if Chicago wins by one.
You got that look on your face, like I know you don't go that thing.
Oh, the Crowder ups and it's
Good run. Good run.
off the time. The Crowder on its way down.
And I protected you. God,
Hardaway almost gets the sledge. Shoots it up. Game point for Orlando. Go ahead.
Hey, Billy.
Pass. 14-12. Hey,
He hit me. He hit me. You saw it.
Oh,
He did. He did.
He hit me
this time. Give me this time, right? He saw it.
Things were starting to get a little bit ridiculous.
what is this though? What
Yo,
is this?
he was going to go in like this.
Let's be reasonable.
And he said,
They out of bounds, you out of bounds. Any part of your body over there, mine is what? I thought you guys can have the ball.
Fine.
that's always
oh,
good.
man, you're not going to
You
argue.
guys
I
can
see
have
his
the ball.
strategy. That's reverse psychology. He always gets
You
the ball when he
guys
says
can
that.
have the ball.
I don't know. That's reverse psychology.
You guys can have it.
Is there a 5 second or
I know.
Oh my God!
He just throws it up.
I know, he just
throws it up. He goes,
He just throws it up. Just
The next point wins it for either team. Orlando clinch here in Chicago. Found Sean.
What up, baby? What up?
Hey!
thank you. John! That's a foul!
No, that was all.
Foul!
was it?
I don't know, I jumped over Endo.
The ball, Tina.
What was it?
The body contact, the body contact. You on my team, man, help us out here.
Being honest. So just don't let him be honest. You can't knock your man for being honest.
Everything about our backyard basketball league was unique, including everything around the court. The trees, for example, we decided are not out of bounds. You have to go around the trees. And sometimes, those awkward court conditions could cost you a game.
It's over. Chicago knows the game.
And Ben left the building.
Game number 3 in Orlando.
And Brent left the building.
And now, the great game. Orlando versus Chicago. Game 3. Our basketball league that had started in August of 1993 was now into January of 1994. The sun was going down, and the night was quickly approaching. This would be the game we would all remember. And like you might expect with the Bulls and the Magic, right from the beginning there was controversy. You see, Jordan was still out, and we only had 2 substitutes available. I thought HIRAM was too good, but Antonio wasn't good enough. So it was a no-win situation.
That's a foul? No.
He doesn't want you to win.
There's a crud on his pants.
I don't even want to win. Go ahead.
Under the basket.
Brent,
Great defense by Brent Hardaway.
it's 2-0, Chicago. Brent, it's called defense. What the hell?
Brent's not trying.
That's 4-0. We'll be right back. The score 4-0. Brent just had to take off something from his back. Hopefully he's all right now. He was suffering a little pain. Antonio Armstrong, he was running down. He injured his left knee. He's out for the he's out for the rest of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, HIRAM Cycli from Miami enters the game. The score is 4-0, but Orlando does have the ball at home. Let's send it to him.
It looked like Brent was ready to throw the game, and I didn't want that to be the way this playoff series ended, so I had to step in and do something.
4-2, Orlando scores.
No foul him now.
Yeah, I can
Can't shoot. He can't shoot. He can shoot. I didn't know you could
Call
shoot.
foul, HIRAM.
I didn't know you could shoot.
Give him the ball.
All right.
4-2 the
I
score.
didn't know you could shoot on a come.
No halftime today.
Hey.
From Orlando. Out of bounds there. Could you bring it a little closer so I can do commentary, please?
Sure.
Thank you. And bounce to Pippen.
Oh.
Pippen. Pippen, 4-3.
Brent still had a lack of effort. I think he just was sick and tired of playing Billy. But his competitive spirit won out, and he started to get into the game. One last game for these
Shoot it
rivals.
from there, let's remind you. He will. Yes! We're tied at 4. Chicago's road trouble continues. The crowd's on their feet. 4-4 tie ball game. HIRAM playing that stick and tight defense. He hit a 3. That makes the score 7-4 now in favor of Chicago. They're gonna have to win on the road in deadly conditions. Brent into this one now. Looking. Still looking. He makes it past the HIRAM. HIRAM out to Hardaway. Hardaway loses the dribble, gets it back. Shoots a 3. We're tied! We are tied at 7. What a confrontation we have for you tonight. The Orlando Magic and Chicago Bulls tied at 7, and the crowd into this one. Next point is halftime.
All this defense, man. Y'all trying to keep the game, man.
For the 3. No! A rebound out to Sean Jordan. Jordan shoots his own 3. He airballed it. So does for Brent. We'll call Hiram. Hiram. Misses. Pippen down the lane. Misses. Rebound out to Brent. With the score tied at 7. Hardaway on the move. With a beautiful pass. We'll be right back after a couple of words from our halftime report. Orlando leads it 9-7. Brent, I know it's a little dark now. Lackluster effort, but you guys are winning 9-7.
Yeah, I got a kind of like I've been having a nagging back injury for the last couple of games, and I've been kind of keeping it quiet. But I guess with the with the air conditioning in the stadium so cold today, it's kind of really tightening up. So it's not that I'm not trying, but I just really can't move, and I'm trying to do my best. I really don't want to let my teammate down. But
the biggest thing, Jordan O'Neal's not here. Are you going to go out strong in the second half?
I'm gonna try. I mean, I'm gonna do the best my body can give me. You know, I'm just gonna have to depend on my partner and hope that with his help, we can pull it out. Man.
All right, let's send it to the second half right now.
Yo. Wait, yeah.
Orlando leads it 9-7. Second half. Brent on the move. Sean hits it. 9-9 tie. We are tied up here in Orlando. The crowd very much involved in this one. Pippen, the winner goes to the NKAA Finals to take on Miami. Hardaway looks to be at full strength.
What are you trying to do now?
Looks to be at full strength. The defense by Sean. Hiram knows what to do, unlike Danny last week. What a pass! Hiram missed it, oh my! Usually doesn't miss those, folks. Out to Billy. Billy stopping with the score tied at 9. Shoots up 3. He hit it! Why this crowd cheering? He hit it, and it's 12-9 in favor of Chicago. Chicago still has 2 baskets away from winning this game. Orlando, with the crowd on their side, are going to need a big comeback to win this one. Out on Sean. Brent Hardaway, Hiram Cycley, Billy Pippen, Sean Jordan. One of the 2 teams had to take on Hiram Cycley and Allie Smith in Miami. Bounced around the ball, taken up by Brent. Brent with the ball. He's known for his comebacks. He shoots a 3. He missed it. Rebound for Sean. Sean doesn't know what to do with it. He's in some trouble. The crowd not helping him at all. And Hiram has the ball. Over back to Brent. 12-9 Chicago. Brent for a 3. No, air ball. Rebound out.
You got stuff.
12-9 the score.
Come on.
Sun about to get dreaded now. Hiram coming back in. Pass is struggled for, fighting for.
Oh, where's that?
Down! We have a 2-on-1 downfield, but Billy gets there. Hiram looking to post up. Hiram just has the crowd going for him. I gotta go. Moves it out of bounds.
You got to go.
They win. Timeout.
I managed to talk Brent into finishing out the game, and what a finish it was.
That's beautiful defense, folks. Scramble on the floor. Hiram playing the tough D. Brent doesn't know what to do with it. Billy in the struggle. Out to Jordan. Jordan driving down the lane, shooting it up. No good. Nope. Orlando ball. They trail 12-9. Game point is 16. This is a hell of a game. Game 3 in the NKAA playoffs.
Out of breath.
Hey, winner gets a free ticket to Miami.
I don't want to go to Miami, man. Time out, man.
Orlando with the ball, trailing by 3. Oh, he runs into his own partner there. That's not good for relationships. Hardaway loses the dribble over to Pippen. 12-9 the score. Pippen launches a 3. Big time miss. Rebound. Batted around. Out to Brent. Brent shoots. He scores! 12-11 is the score. Chicago leads by a point. Winner goes to Miami. Orlando wins, they'll have a week layoff for hopefully Brent's back to recover. If they lose, they go home.
You can't go over the line.
Have a nice
What
day.
line? I didn't even over it.
Man.
You've been doing the same thing, man.
Loser don't come
man,
back.
Bring the ball back, man.
All right, bring it back.
An interesting game here.
Wait time I'm done doing this.
Michaels, the score 12-11.
All right, you got it.
12-11.
I got on me, man.
12-11.
like this.
The score. Can we please go? Game 3 in Orlando. This is what you fight all season for, that home crowd advantage. Bumps into him, gets the roll.
I didn't get no shot. I quit.
14-11. He won't quit.
We need one
Keep
basket.
going. Relax.
Come on, man.
He's
This
gonna
is
turn it on.
bullshit.
Turn it on.
Nah, man. I don't never complain, but this is bullshit, man. Why they getting all these weak calls?
14-11.
I'm gonna do it now.
Orlando has the ball. They trail by 3. Hardaway for 3. He missed it. Rebound out to MUNOZ. I mean, Cycly. Cycly has the ball. Over to Hardaway. Hardaway looking. Pops the 3. Bounces around. Over to HIRAM. They score! 14-13.
We can win it.
Orlando needs a 3 to win. Chicago needs a pair to win.
Back it up.
So now you know how we got here.
The big defense being put on now. Sean studying. This is a missed shot now could mean the season. A make shot now could mean the season as well. HIRAM loses track of his player. Billy for the game. No. Batted around. Taken by Brent. Brent has the ball. A 3 would send his team to the NKAA final.
And now for the conclusion of the Brent-Billy Chicago-Orlando rivalry.
I still think of you now, though my memories turn and bleak.
The score 14-13. Chicago up by 1. Orlando with the basketball.
I never thanked you for putting your faith up. I'm like
You play. Hardaway. 3 would make the game. He stops. He fakes. He does around for the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the playoff edition of the Chris Burnham Show. Today, with 2 featured guests. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Burnham.
Chrissy! Thank you. Chrissy! Obviously, he's going for Orlando in the final. How did you feel about your 1-3 season? Didn't even get to play in the playoffs because, well, you weren't there.
I felt horrible, but I really didn't care because I had a horrible partner.
Jacob Laimbeer, as you know, got into a car accident, passed away.
Yeah.
You had to attend his funeral. I'm sure you didn't want to.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Who's going to win the finals? Orlando Magic, Brent Hardaway, and we understand Jordan O'Neal. He had a successful surgery today. He will be there. Taking that in mind, Brent Hardaway and Jordan O'Neal taking on HIRAM Cycling and ALLIE Smith. Miami Heat, Orlando Magic. They kick off in Miami this Friday.
Okay, I feel that Miami Heat will win.
TJ Swain, ladies and gentlemen.
Orlando.
The guy who missed the layup, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Pippen. After Brent made that 3-pointer, you fell to the floor, grabbed your head. What's going through your mind at this point?
I knew it was going to go in, but I didn't care. It was over at the time.
Thank you, Mr. Young. Hopefully you'll have better seasons in the future.
Yes.
Next time, practice on your layups. We'll be right back.